Saturday morning, back from work. Still on call, but I'm home. It's 42 in the shop. It was like 19 degrees last night. Guess I better go buy some fuel for my heater here. Today, I gotta run one brake line to the rear. I need to bleed that master cylinder and get that ready. And I want to get that patch in that corner done, and then clean up these welds on the firewall a little bit. They don't need much, just a little grinding. Strip the paint off the firewall, prime it, paint the underside to the cab, and so I can get ready to set this cab back on here and put the motor in it. Well, look at this here. Somebody brought me a little present. Looks like a Saginaw 4-speed with a Hurst shifter attached. Well, that's all right there. Let's put that in inventory. A little update on the truck here. I'm working on this front corner of the cab. Instead of drilling the rusty spot welds, I just cut that piece out and put in new. I had to do a little patch right there. It wasn't rusted through, but it wasn't far from it. And then over here on the back side, that piece was in pretty sorry shape, so I decided to make a new one. And I gotta put another piece in there. It's pretty rusty up inside there. I sprayed some stuff, treated it, I guess. I don't know how that'll work, but that's what we're gonna see what happens. I ain't sandblasting in here. Just went down to the local No Auto Parts Available and got me some argon and a few odds and ends, grinding wheels and such. Spent 80 bucks. I don't think this hope and change is working out. Well, I've been working most of the day, interrupted by about 20 work calls, but I managed to get don't seem like I got a whole bunch done, but I managed to get that rebuilt and put back together. I got the firewall mostly ground down, and I'm suffering from a bad case of the might as wells on this thing. You know, if you do one thing, you might as well do another. Now I got the paint off it. I see somebody's been beating on this with a hammer at some point, so I might as well hammer and dolly that out a little bit so it ain't quite so ugly. I got a little more paint to get off there, and I might as well fix that. Didn't get to the brake line. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I want to get this firewall and the front part of them floorboards painted and that brake line on so I can set the cab back on. I got stuff scattered everywhere. Need to clean it up. But the wife wants to go out to eat. And what do you do when the wife wants to go out to eat? You take her out to eat. That's it for now. See ya. And grinding this firewall ain't no clean job. Guess I better take a shower before I go out to eat. Maybe I'll just dust off. You know, I'm standing here thinking. It's a little smoky in here from that, but I need to put that motor in and do the exhaust before I set the cab on there. It'll be a whole lot easier to do a little cutting and welding with the cab up. Might as well do that, I guess.